traders, April 10th, massive flush yesterday. I'll do an update on BTC and what I think we're currently in play for. So if you look at last year's low, 37.8, probably acts like a magnet, or will act like a magnet. This demand that we've had here for about, say, 458 days, starting from last year, right? So 500-day range, right? 500-day range. And this demand that we have currently here, let's put this on top here so this was centered our way. Okay. This demand that we had here has been tapped multiple times in January, multiple times in June. And are we assuming that this is going to hold again? Probably not. Now, we are putting in a beautiful formation of a high time frame bull div. What do I mean by a bull div? It's basically when a real bull div, not a fucking half-ass out of nowhere bull div. A bull div is supposed to take place into a demand zone, not in the middle of thin air, right? So we are putting in a beautiful bull div. It's just a matter of, can it form? Can it? Obviously, this is going to be kind of on the slow end because it's the trend line. Let's look at the signal line and see where we're at. Yeah, so signal line will be a more realistic behavior formation, right? So it's there, unconfirmed. Obviously, by the time it confirms, we're probably going to be a lot higher. So it's not like, hey, you could use the bull div for an actual knife catch. Now, ideally, what you want to see regarding the higher time frame is you want the daily on the MSTX, because it's so far away. The daily on the MSTX is still low. It's not where it needs to be. So I'm going to do this real quick for 1 second before I talk about the levels and what needs to happen at $37,000. Let me put this in. Let me put this on the chart so you understand what I'm working with, what I'm looking at. I was asked to, okay. Don't look at the dates. I'm just drawing out the lines so they could be kind of far away from each other so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is what you need to see. Now, I'm going to color coordinate them so they match the actual colors of the indicators. So it could be a lot easier for you guys to understand why we're still so far away from a potential. This is your buy signal, guys. This right here is your buy signal. When the signal line and the trend line is below the gray line. Now, let me take this off. Where are we, guys? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The gray is still pointing down. The signal line, which is the purple, is still pointing down. We haven't gotten any crosses to the trend line, which is the most important cross, right? So let's put it on one more time. Look how far away these things are from actually curling and crossing. So personally speaking, guys, I think that we're in for another high time frame dump. Hopefully it's a higher low, not a lower low. Hopefully the low is in. I don't know. I'm not going to predict that, but this is what you want to see. Again, one more time. This is what we look like right now. This is the trend line over here pointing down by itself. No curl, no curvature, no curve at all, nothing at all. That's what you want to see. You want to see curls, crosses, and then a curve all the way up. Okay, done. Let me get rid of this now. All right, let's go back. Let's go to the higher time frame. Go to the 2-week. Close this. Horizontal line. That's it. 37,700. That's going to be your make or break. Either we get above that or we die. So what happened in the past? In the past, this took place, guys. Boom. Okay. Let's make this blue as well. Boom. So trap with the first candle, and then expand with the second candle. Trap with the first candle, and then are we going to expand with the second candle? I don't know. We'll see. But this is pretty much the only hope that we have right now between the two. Ideally, what you want to see is this turn into an SFP. I'll go on the lower time frame so I can show you what it looks like. But it's exactly the level that we need to reclaim. 33.7 SFP, the 2-week candle that broke. We have 13 days, 12 days and 13 hours to actually SFP this fucking candle and go like this, and then boom. And then after we come here, we hope that this holds, and then we're going to automatically target the $50,000 range. Now, this is me being extremely hopeful and me thinking that the bottom is in. But more likely than not, Let's go to your lower time frame so I can show you what it looks like, because now you're going to see how bad and poor this looks like. All right. Identify your range, guys. Range low, range high, right? This is what we've been trading in this range for 3 fucking months. Excuse me for cursing, guys. 3 months. All right. So now a 3-month distribution breaks down and only does 10%, 12%. I don't think so, man. I really hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. But I don't think that this is the case. When you distribute for 3 months, you go at least anywhere between 18 and 25%. So let's do the 18 to 25% from here. 18% brings you down to 27. 25% brings that to 25. So if you're distributing for this type of duration. Now, there's a case that this could be a deviation. A deviation to bring you back into the range, trap all the bears, and then go to the top side. Okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt to see that this could end up being a deviation of the range. Forget about what we did over here. Ignore all this. Ignore everything we did over here. This does not ignore this. Completely ignore this. I'll tell you why. Because we're not here right now. We're concentrating on the current range. Because if we're able to identify what we've been doing for the past maybe 90 or 100 days, where we're distributing or reaccumulating, that's the most important thing. Forget about what we did over here and what we did over here. We need this to be a reaccumulation bullish structure so that when we do happen to, let's just say we deviate, when we do happen to deviate and reclaim, we know for a fact that we're not going to stop at $41,000 or 44. It's going to go up, come down, higher low, and then we're going to continue up to that $55,000 or $53,000 range. This over here to the left does not help us at all. It already played out. This is your range, it broke out. This is your range, it broke down. This is your range, it broke up. This is your range, it broke up. This is your range, it broke down. This is your range, it broke down. This is your range right now, right? So just ignore everything that took place over here. Concentrate on this range over here, okay? All right. Now, since we're in this amazing, beautiful 108-day range, which I think I need to get rid of the background because it's driving me crazy. Okay. 108-day range, right? Assuming that this is the deviation and we're going to reclaim this. The most important level for you to watch right now, like I identified, is $37,000. And once you identify the order block on the weekly or the 2-week, that range, I don't like this. This is annoying me, guys. Let me put this a little higher. Okay. Once you identify that order block, you're going to tell yourself, okay, so now what happens when we get here and we retest this zone? More likely than not, it's going to be a fucking serious slap. So 2 scenarios that I have in play: reclaim this and make this black, because this is going to drive me crazy. Blue, rather. So reclaim that. Instant target will be this red block. Reject here. Instant target will be this bottom range here again. We lose this, likely we're going down to 20s. So remember when I told you guys about the Fibonacci levels? So you have your breakout, get rid of log. There you go. And then you have your, and you have your breakout. Ideally, you want to do it to this. There you go. So these are your levels, man. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of everything, and I'm just going to keep the golden pocket out. Get rid of everything and just keep the golden pocket out. That's it, man. We're either going to go to $53,000 from here. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not kidding you. You're not going to stop at that 44K macro-wise. Or we're going to go down to the 20s. There is no in between. This is your distribution or reaccumulation range that took place after a high, right? So we've been in here for quite some time. We actually surpassed the time frame that we had here, right? Background, 31 days. Background, 106 days. And then from the top to here, 50 days. So this is the longest we've accumulated or distributed since the main all-time highs. Range 1, range 2, range 3. So if this breaks down, we're likely going to go see low 20s. This is your range, guys. So John, his tool set, whatever, he's able to see a breakout before it even takes place. And he already knew that this range was going to break down, right? So what worries me is that he doesn't have a breakout yet, meaning that we still need to reaccumulate. We still need to create another range before we do another breakout. So the way his freaking model works is he'll tell you, okay, we're going to end up starting a range, stay here, chop around, and then it's going to fire bullish in this range, and it's going to be a range to go up. So he obviously fired bearish in this range because he said get the fuck out of the market in April. Unfortunately for me, I didn't 100% listen to him. So he still thinks that this is completely bearish until a new range forms to create a bullish structure to the top side, right? Now, doesn't mean that we can't form a range down here or over here or over here. I don't know, right? I'm not going to talk to you about what John doesn't do, but all I'm saying is that based on this price action over here, unless we get above $37,000 with a weekly close or even like a 2-day close, chances are we're going to go lower. Can this be a deviation? Sure. You could say it could be a deviation. Reclaim $34,000, target 37, retest it, and then your target's going to be $44,000 right there. And then you could just chop around. But as long as we don't break back under that $37,000, $38,000 range, your main target will be that $53,000 to $55,000. This is what I'm playing with, guys. There's nothing else that I could tell you other than real quick, zoom out, go to your monthly, and just prepare for this because a lot of us, including myself, neglect the monthly oscillators and how they look. Let me put this on log, okay? And delete all this. 1, 2, 3. Reset, right? Reset, right? Where are we? We're at mid. What happens when we break mid? That's when we capitulate. That's your mid. You break mid, you die. You break mid, you die. If we lose this mid and we don't go back up here, we're going to have a massive dodo down. Every time we broke mid, we capitulated. I'm going to take it from the range low. From range low onto the bottom, we did a 56% move. From the range low, candle range low, to the bottom, we did a 52% move. Where are we? What should I take? Should I take this? Should I take this? That should be a higher low, technically speaking. So I'm going to go with the range low. This is your range low. 52%. Brings you down to the teens. Basically, you're retesting previous all-time highs. So, guys, be very careful. I'm not telling you we're going to do this. I'm not telling you that we're bearish. I'm not telling you that we're bullish. All I'm saying is that if the monthly does not bounce in the mid, right here, she's screwed. I'm not going to touch her until we get to at least the reset. This mid is very important. It's basically bear or bull for me. See how we held support here? And that was COVID. And then we started the bull market to the top side. Okay, well, we're over here right now. If we break down, I'm not touching it until we get green. And don't worry, I already have alerts for us in the Discord. We're going to get alerted to buy. So cheers, guys. Play safe. Any kind of bounce up needs to actually break $37,000, $36,000. So be very careful if we don't. $37,000, $38,000. I'm sorry. Be very careful if we don't. Just highlight one thing. Just go to your daily time frame and just highlight this block. If we get above this, then we're talking business right now. And then you could just instantly target this over here, this $44,000 range. Let me see something if we have any gaps on the higher time frame since we just dumped like crazy. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I'm saying. Look at this. It's probably going to end up doing some shit like this. Fill this and then just fucking collapse. Let me see something with the blocks. Oh yeah, we are in the 3-day block. It's fresh. It is fresh. We're probably on a 4-day block too. Yes. Yeah, these are all fresh blocks. So you're going to get your little bounce. Just be careful afterwards. Don't get trapped. Ideally, this daily block over here is going to be disaster when we get up to it. So just play block to block, man, and see what happens. Hopefully we put in a higher low at that point and we don't make a lower low and we do something like this, man, you know, hopefully. Cheers, guys.